So I think it's about time we had this conversation because I call myself spiritual life coach, spiritual psychotherapist, I'm a psychic medium, I'm in the woo-woo, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, clinical psychotherapist too. So I blend this woo-woo, the spirituality with the clinical and the scientific, and I love that for me. However, and I get comments. I don't really consider them as trolls, really. I consider them as just like, interesting. And that is people that will comment or jump in my DMs or even send me emails wanting me to join like organized religion, institutions or clubs, or suggest that I, get away from this new age and turn back to Christ and blah blah blah. Not talking about the principle of organized religion, but talking about the change your ways as the blah 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 bit. So newsflash, I am not of a organized religion denomination. That ain't me. So when I'm talking about spirituality, that is not what I am talking about. Now, I grew up as a Methodist and grew up in it because family were in it. And so, but I happily denounced organized religion in my early 20s, maybe early teens. I'm late teens. And when I'm talking about spirituality and even religion, both are the purest and authentic definition is about the connection with the divine. Connection with self, connection with nature, connection with the universe. There is no separation. You, the universe, God, of your understanding, ancestors, you are one. You are an expression of life itself. You are life. I am life. You are God, you are goddess, you are mother nature. You get the point. You are all of it. It's all within you. So when I'm talking about spirituality, that is exactly what I'm talking about. It's more about how are you in this lifetime, and even based on maybe several lifetimes, how are you connecting with self? How are you being of service? And what are you projecting into this life? And how are you being serviced? What are the lessons that you're learning? What are the connections that you're making? Why are you making those connections? What are you creating? Why are you creating those? All is about understanding and mastering of self, empowering of self, knowing, understanding there is nothing outside of you. Everything is within you. And because everything is within you, that is where your power is. You have a physical body, you've got an energetic body, which is your spirit. You've got a higher self, higher mind that is projecting this body into this matrix. It's the awareness of that this is the matrix. It is real and it's not real. And so that's the woo-woo that I'm talking about. And of course, I mean, come on. How am I able to speak to ancestors, deliver messages to loved ones from people that have passed on? You can't make this up. The synchronicities, the energetic beings, just even within ourselves, the way that you can think of someone and then they just call you or they just pop up in front. Like, we are more than this physical body. We are more than the logical mind. There's a lot that the logical mind can explain or try to explain, and there's a lot that it cannot because it's not supposed to. So that is where I fit in and where I sit when I'm talking about spirituality. It's understanding of self. It's remembering of you, the I am. Higher self, your higher mind, your physical mind, and your physical brain, and how all of that is interlinked. And it's just the oversoul of who you are and who you've been and who you will be. Can get into so much more of this, but essentially that is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about spirituality, not organized religion of the situation, because that's just not my vibe. Some of the principles, because organized religion for me at the root of it is people expressing spirituality or saying really similar things but just in different ways. And so if that connects and resonates with you, go with that. There's no right or wrong, and that's the beauty of why I love even putting the label spirituality on myself, because also that label is interchangeable, because I get to choose how I resonate with it, and I also get to choose how I don't, and I also get to choose what that is. I get to choose the power of choice. There is no fear in the power of choice. There's empowerment, there is accountability, there is love, there is just so much flexibility and freedom in my definition how I decide to show up as a spiritual being having this human experience, and one of many human experiences that I have encountered, that I've had. So that's more what I'm talking about. So no, not of the organized religion, although no shade to anyone that resonates with that. If anything, do for you what fills you up. Do for you what empowers you. Do for you what helps you, the permission slips for your connection. Do that, because that is the beauty of the choice and the freedom of self that you have, that you've always had, and that you'll always continue to have. Okay? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Peace.